My name is Bryan Enyeart. This is for Kinesiology 363. My event is walking with pedometers. This is for developmental level 3 for grades 5 through 6. For walking with pedometers, the instructional objectives are students will learn how to follow directives correctly while walking. Students will learn how to track their steps on a pedometer. And students will learn how to calculate distance using their step count from their pedometers. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to stretch. The stretch we're doing today is the windmill stretch. Alright, so we're going to put both our arms out. Okay. Right arm is going to go down to the left foot like this. And then back up. Alright. And opposite arm, opposite leg. Alright, we're going to do 5. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so aside from windmills, even though we're walking, it's always good to stretch out your trunk and your arms. So we're going to go right over left like this. I'm going to hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and spread our legs a little bit more on the shoulder width. Again, if you have somebody in a boot who's injured or disabled, make the accommodations. So if you can do it, do it. If you can't, stretch your upper body a little bit more. You go over the top, both sides, trunk twist, stuff like that. Okay, so now we're going to go down. We're going to go around, stretch out our hamstring. So we're going to go down to the right side for a 5 count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up center. We're going to go down middle. Down middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, our student over here who was bouncing, it works for him at times, but for students who are around 5th or 6th grade, they could pull something, so I don't recommend that. Now we're going to go to the left side. Down left for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up center. Now we're going to do the flamingo stretch. You guys know what the flamingo is. You're going to grab one foot. You're going to hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now to finish it off, we're going to do 5 jumping jacks. Again, for our friend who's in a boot, she's just going to go like this. Like this. Modifications. The safest thing to do to make sure you don't injure it more. Alright, we're going to do 5 jumping jacks. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're ready for activities. So, an introductory activity for this one is called high fives, which can be found on page 5 or 341. This is where students walk around and give each other a high five. Throughout this, I'll let the students know to jump. When they do jump, they'll pass each other and give each other a high five. Now, when you have somebody who is injured or has a disability who is unable to jump, a fix for that is they just keep walking around giving high fives. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So go ahead. We're going to walk around this circle of cones and give each other a high five. Alright, now you guys are going to jump. So when you get to the person, jump. Except for the person who is in the boot. Alright, and that's it for the introductory activity. Now, moving on to the lesson focus. You guys keep walking if you want. The lesson focus, one of them is move to the beat. This is found on page 587, and you have students walk in a general space around cones, as you can see, to the beat of a drum, or in this case, clapping. When I clap, they're going to go to the beat. When I speed up, they're going to speed up their pace. When I slow down, they'll slow down as well. And again, for the person in a boot who is injured or has some type of disability where they can't perform at the right level, they're able to go at their own pace. So when I clap, go at the pace. Okay, that's one of the lesson focus. And keep in mind, everything we're doing, when you have a pedometer, it's calculating. Another lesson focus is called walking interviews. With the walking interviews, it's found on page 588, and the students come up with questions that they have on their index cards. So pull out your index cards, and they're going to walk with a partner and ask questions to get to know one another. We're going to ask a couple questions, then we'll switch partners.
Hi, do you like SeaWorld?
Yeah.
It's cool. Tell us.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is pizza.
What's your middle name?
What's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
What is 96 minus 7?
Football.
4. That was
What's
not
your
right.
favorite thing to do after school?
What is 72 minus 3?
21. Sweet. Okay, what's your favorite color?
Now, as you saw, me being the teacher, I was walking around with the person, I guess you could call the odd man out.
Nice.
So everybody has a partner. The teacher steps in order to make sure that one student is left by themselves. All right, switch.
Oh, switch. Hi.
Oh.
So again,
How
as we
many
switch,
miles?
I'm going with the student who doesn't have a partner. So there's nobody left alone.
What's your favorite food?
I don't eat food. I don't know.
Have you ever
We're
been
nuts.
Yeah, I've been in that
What's your favorite
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
No, I haven't.
Orange tree.
That's crowded. Nice. Can you
It's
touch
fun,
the
though.
string?
What do you like to do after school?
I like.
What's your
video
favorite
games.
sport?
What
Polo.
do you do
With the
before
horses.
Before school, I brush my teeth and get ready.
Who's that guy looking at us?
What kind of toothpaste do you use?
How
He's
many
Colgate.
steps are in 6 miles?
Minty Fresh?
Minty fresh. Okay, as you can see, this is a lesson focus. Students are participating in their walk around the cones. Mind you, on a bigger field, it'll be a longer walk. They're getting to know each other as classmates, which is also good. Now, at the end, a little game activity that you could do with pedometers, moving across the United States, or in this case, moving across California. Now, the students accumulate their steps on their pedometer to determine how far they have gone. These students, go ahead and come up here, guys. Each one has a destination of their choice. What did you choose?
I chose SeaWorld.
What did you choose, Brandon?
I chose nuts.
Leanne, what did you choose?
Disneyland.
Okay. As you can see, they each chose a destination in California. Now, 2,000 steps on the pedometer makes 1 mile. So, Leanne, how many steps do you have today?
I have 10,000, which is 5 miles.
Brandon, how many steps do you have?
I have 8,000, which is 4 miles.
Devin, how many steps do you have?
I have 12,000 steps, which is 6 miles.
Okay. So now, we're going to go back. Leanne, Disneyland. How far is Disneyland from where we're at?
40 miles.
Okay. So it's 40 miles, and how many steps did you take?
10,000.
Which is how many miles?
5.
So we go 40 miles. How do we determine how many miles we have left?
Take away 5 miles, and I have 35 miles.
So she has 35 miles left in order to get to Disneyland, calculating the steps that she's done throughout the day. Brandon, to get to Knott's, how many miles is it? All right, Brandon, how many miles to get to Knott's Berry Farm?
43.
And so we're going to go 43 minus how many miles have you done today?
4.
So 43 minus 4 is?
39.
So how many miles do you have left to get to Knott's Berry Farm?
I have 39 miles left to get to Knott's.
All right, good. Now, Devin, where's your destination at again?
SeaWorld.
How many miles to get there?
96.
And what's your step count for the day?
12,000 steps.
Okay. 12,000 steps is how many miles?
6 miles.
Good. Now, if we go the total distance, which is 96, minus the steps you've done today in mileage, what do you have left?
I have 90 miles left
To get where?
to SeaWorld.
Good. So as you can see, walking with pedometers, you're able to throw in a little bit of math in it, which covers the academic side as well. Even though they're walking around having fun, they're learning geography because we're tracking on maps. And again, as well as math, addition and subtraction. In this case, subtraction. All right. Thank you very much.